Something that might sting a little. Most HR teams are obsessing over onboarding and exit interviews while completely fumbling the one stage that actually predicts whether someone stays or leaves. And if you are an HR manager wondering why your retention strategies aren't working, this is probably why. I am Pradeep, and I have spent 25 years of HR leadership roles across technical, healthcare, retail, etc. And I have built people strategies for companies from 50 to 5,000 of employees. And now I am going to tell you why the middle career stage, that messy between onboarding and offboarding, is the most neglected phase of employee lifecycle. Most importantly, I am going to show you exactly how fixing this can transform your retention metrics and honestly position you as the strategical thinker and your organization desperately needs. Let us talk about what I call the engagement desert. An employee joins your company. You roll out the welcome mat. Onboarding is crisp. Their manager is attentive. They get a buddy. 30 days in, 60 days in, 90 days in, you are checking all the boxes. Then month 4 hits, month 7, month 13, and suddenly the employee becomes part of the furniture. No one is checking in with intention anymore. No structured conversations about growth. No proactive career pathing. They are performing well enough, so we assume they are fine. This is where we lose people, and we don't even realize it until they are already interviewing someone elsewhere. Here is what's exactly happening during the mid tenure phase. Employees are asking employees themselves critical questions. I am learning, I am growing. Does anyone notice my contribution? Where is the going? And if the organization is deliberately answering these questions, LinkedIn and your competitors absolutely will. I worked with a manufacturing company last year where turnover of the employees in the second and third year was 68% higher than first year employees. 68%. When we dug into the data, the pattern was obvious. They had a structured 90-day onboarding program. They had stay interviews before people left, but between month 4 and month 24, there were vitally nothing. No development conversations, no milestone recognitions beyond annual reviews, no clear visibility into what was next. We were treating mid-tenure employees like they were as an autopilot, and they responded by finding companies that wouldn't. Schedule quarterly development conversations with every employee who is past their first year, separate from performance review, focused entirely on growth and career visibility. Directors notice, let this lag. Now let's get tactical because I know what you are thinking. I barely have bandwidth of what's already on my plate. How am I supposed to add another program? This is where mid career HR professionals often get stuck. You are thinking about the middle tenured stage as something that requires a massive new initiative, when really it requires a mindset shift and some strategic redesign of what you are already doing. Let me give you a real scenario. You probably have annual performance reviews, you might have engagement surveys, you might even have stay interviews. But ask yourself this, are you one of those tools specifically designed catch someone before they disengage. Performance reviews are backward looking. Engagement surveys are anonymous and laughing indicators. Stay interviews often happen when it is already too late. What you need is mind tenure touchpoint system, and it doesn't have to be complicated. At one of the company I worked, we introduced something called 18-month conversation. It was a structured discussion between employee and their managers, supported by a HR toolkit, specifically designed for people who would be with the company between 12 and 24 months. The conversation covered four things. What have you learned? What do you want to learn next? What would you make you stay here for another 2 years? What would you make you leave? The last question makes people uncomfortable, but it is gold because if someone tells you in a month 18 that they are craving leadership opportunities and you do nothing, you haven't lost them. But if you hear that you are in a path, even a small one, you like kept them. We rolled this out with a minimal budget and we trained managers in 2 hour workshop. We gave them a conversation guide and within 6 months, volunteer turnover in that mid-tenure cohort dropped by 22%. Create a simple conversation framework for managers to use employees between 12 and 24 months, focused on growth rather than past performance. So, I probably think this video might have helped you. Thank you for watching my videos. Have a nice day.